Guys, welcome to The Pulse with Bill Anderson. Seems a little unusual, the setting, because it is. We had the exciting opportunity to take the show on the road because Coach Dawn Staley in town, book signing. It's hometown.
Hometown.
Just coming in, spending some time with us. We appreciate you doing it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's still home?
Yeah, it's always going to be home. I don't live here, but it's home.
Yeah, it still feels good to just come back into Philly.
Always.
Philly has always been such an important part of your life. Now you've ascended to such levels and accomplished so many things and in the media and doing the interviews. Can you still come home and just be home, or is it different now when you come home?
Philadelphians, when you come home, they take care of you. They still protect you. They still want a part of you. They want more. I think last year I came and did I think Mitchell and Ness had some jerseys, some throwback jerseys and T-shirts and apparel, and we set up a store visit. I mean, everybody was around the corner. Like, it was like so much love when I come back to Philly that it really feels good to come back and just feel the love, receive the love, give the love.
Right. And now South Carolina's claiming you as theirs. They're sitting there. Y'all are in the tournament. You're doing things. There's like, she loves Philly, but she's ours now. Like, how's that feel? Another place has now said you're home here too.
South Carolina has grown on me, and I think I've grown on South Carolina. I think we're at a place where there's just not a real respect and love for each other. I live in a community. I do community events. I do a lot of stuff. Much like when I was living here in Philly, I was in the community doing, my after-school program, and just when I was at Temple, we made sure our players had outreach, that we're out there, and it's not even for the publicity of it, but it's for, to who much is given, much is required, and you have to go out and understand that you live a privileged life, like to go to school, to go to school for free, like on scholarship. There are other young people out there that won't have that opportunity, so they have to scratch and claw. You have to be that ray of hope for them to see a different way of living and growing and expanding.
Was that hard to do in South Carolina? Like, you're Philly, that's always been, that's always been you, but you don't think about that when you think, all right, I'm gonna leave Temple, North Philly, home, and I'm gonna go build that same community in South Carolina.
It took a while because I went there for the basketball part of it. I didn't really envision like what it would look like in the community, because I was singularly focused on getting our program to a great place. But I found that the more I immersed myself into the community, the better off our team ascended to, a deeper love. Like, even if we didn't win all the time, we won the community over, and it felt good because they were with us every step of the way.
Surprising at all?
Very.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't, like we've been #1 in attendance for the past 10 years, like in the country, like number one. I didn't envision like sold out arena. Like, I really didn't. That wasn't even a part of, I didn't have the broad vision of seeing the crowd. I just really was singularly focused on the product, and now I know you gotta look like a national championship team if you want to be a national championship, and that's just not the product. It is the home court advantage. Like, you have to create a home court advantage, and the fans did that. We gave them access, and then from those moments, word of mouth, our season ticket holders started increasing, and now the ticket prices increase because we're in such demand.
You come to South Carolina. They're not very good when you get there. Players follow you. You kind of build into a powerhouse now. Is it hard getting these talented, you're getting the best players from across the country, and sometimes on your team, they got to sit for 2 years
Right.
Before they ever get onto the court. So it seems like you're not just developing great players, you're developing great people.
I do think young people are attracted to winning. That's number one, right? And they're probably thinking, that probably won't be me having to sit for 2 years. If someone's out playing you, if someone's out scoring you, if someone's out hustling you, then that lends itself to playing time. But aside from that, like I think I have a reputation of probably being a little more strict than traditional. But for me, it's not even that. It's like our team rules are like great character traits. It's not anything different. Be on time. Be respectful. Like those are team rules. And if you can't be that, then you're not going to be successful anywhere you go. So I just want to make sure that we keep those qualities intact because that creates just good synergy. I mean, respect, and you respect the game, you respect your opponents, you respect your teammates, you respect your professors, you respect the community and what it does for our team. I think you'll get more rewarded for that than anything.
Coming up, she admits that she hates to lose, but she still understands why even those losses are necessary.
I thank God for the wins and the losses because the losses are the ones and the failures are the things that really help define me. They do. The disciplined person can do anything. My mother taught me that. In truth, she taught me everything that ended up mattering in the long run of my life.
In the book, Uncommon Favor, you talk about your mom, you talk about North Philly, you talk about the upbringing in really glowing terms, but it wasn't easy. Was that just kind of what inspired it to be you now?
My mom was strict, like really strict, and you acclimate to it, right? Under my mother's roof, you're gonna abide by her rules, whatever the rules are. More, again, character traits. It's just as repercussions if you break those rules. But once you acclimate it and you really see what the projects were all about, it was about community. It was about discipline. It was about togetherness. It was about a helping hand. Like all of those things were a part of my upbringing. But if you on the outside looking in, you can't see it because you're not a fabric of our community. You're just an outsider looking in saying, first thing that comes to mind is, poverty. Second thing is crime infested. That's not the first thing that comes to mind when you're in it. And I think those are valuable lessons that I've taken, from when as far as I can remember, 8, 7, 6 to now. And it's nothing changes with how you treat people. Nothing changes with the discipline you need to be successful. Nothing changes with treating people with respect and having community. And our community was like a team. It's a team effort in order for us. We had the cleanest block in the projects. When I tell you the cleanest, manicure lawns, like everything, because we had a strict block captain, Ms. Jones.
I am drawing conclusions, but
Okay.
you don't seem terribly open previously to just talking about your personal life.
Yeah.
Like, here's my experiences. And you do some in the book. Why now? Why'd you decide to do that?
Well, 3 years ago, I went on the breakfast show, Charlemagne the God. Like, he's written a couple of books, and once I finished my interview on the show, he was like, you should write a book, right? And he really doesn't know me. He's from South Carolina, but he really doesn't know. He knows the success I've had as a coach and probably a little sprinkling as a player. But I think him going through the process of writing a book, he thought I was a good candidate. And then, he's got a publishing company. I gave him a soft yes. And I'm like, really what I get myself into. And then when we won the championship last year, when we were undefeated, and I described it as uncommon favor that God has given me. And I'm like, I gotta, my cup runneth over. I gotta get this out. And I gotta get it out before I forget all the stuff that's in the book, because I am getting older, and and the successes sometimes trump other successes, and you just don't have a vivid imagination or memory about what it was. It's more of paying homage to my mom and basketball and North Philly, and just God. No one comes out of the projects of North Philly, Raymond Rosa housing projects, and have the type of success, and you have to attribute that to something. And I do. Like, the man upstairs has been like has given me uncommon favor for my entire life. And I'm not just saying the successes, the losses. I've said, I thank God for the wins and the losses, because the losses are the ones and the failures are the things that really help define me. They do. We lost the year before we won the undefeated season, because we had an undefeated season and we lost in the Final Four. And I was like, oh my goodness, like, why? I did say why. I did ask why. I mean, the kids were hurt. They were just so hurt, and I don't like young people to hurt at all. So I'm just asking the Lord why. What's the significance of it? Why? And then we lose our starting five. We lose our top two contributors on that team, and we come back last year, and the unlikeliest group goes undefeated. And that is God's way of, like, uncommon favor, saying, I can show you better than I can tell you. Like, you don't lose faith in me. I got you, but you just got to keep the faith. I know that what happens in failures, I think I handle pretty good. Like, some people will wallow in sorrow for failures or unsuccessful experiences. Like, okay, like, but North Philly prepared me for,
Right.
like, that's it.
Right.
Is that it? So let me fix the why. I think I've been pretty disciplined to the game. I sacrificed a lot. It wasn't like I didn't go to proms. I didn't go to family reunions. I didn't go to all those things people were doing. I didn't have very many friends. Like, I really didn't. Like, I didn't like to party. I didn't like to drink. I didn't like to do anything. I just like to play sports. I think I'm happy that I was able to use my competitiveness in a positive way. There are probably people that I grew up with that are equally as competitive as I am. I just channeled it in the right way.
Next, Dawn shares why mentoring her players and young people in general, it's one of the things that she's most proud of.
If you give me all of you, I can be a better resource for you. Like, I can help you without judging you. That's one of the best compliments one of my former players gave me was, I'm non-judgmental. I was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on May 4th, 1970. My family lived in North Philly in the Raymond Rosen housing projects. If you know anything about the projects, it's a place where the people who reside there have each other's backs. From the outside, Raymond Rosen may not have seemed a picture-perfect Mayberry, but to me, my neighborhood felt like a neighborhood. Yes, we shared struggles and pain, but we also shared our happiness and hope.
Your players, Asia Wilson, she's just the one who immediately comes to mind, but there are others, a whole bunch of them in the pros right now. With all of that discipline, they all still seemingly view you as much as a friend as a coach. Is that ever a fine line to walk? Because it's clear they're going to do what you say, but there's still that level of respect and love.
I just finished my 25th year. My first recruiting class at Temple, 2 of them worked with me for 13 years. One of them is probably on her 12th year and currently on our staff. They're some of my best friends. Asia and Aaliyah, like, they're grown women now. Yeah. So you're always going to be coach, but you also move into a role of just being there for them, another adult in their life that they can call on that is non-judgmental. Like, I like to think of myself as non-judgmental. They come with me with a problem, no matter what it is. I'm not going to judge them. I'm going to help them get through it. If you give me all of you, I can be a better resource for you. Like, I can help you without judging you. That's one of the best compliments one of my former players gave me was, I'm non-judgmental. Like, and I really take that to heart, because I never want young people to be afraid to approach me with things, because it's not even new problems. It's recycled problems. It's the same old problems year in and year out. So, instead of you holding on to it for months, let's just have a 5-minute conversation, get it over with, and then you can add some more other problems to your life.
Is it fair to say, I mean, you're deeply competitive, but you care more about the people than the win?
I absolutely do. There's a way to go about doing things. It is people over the process. If you can get the people right, the process will run a lot smoother. So for me, and that's one of the lessons in the book, I really, it is that part first. Like the basketball is really the easy part of our day. Like that's, if you can get the person with the right mentality going into practice, you're going to have a good practice. You're going to have a shorter practice. You're going to have a more compact quality practice versus if their mindset is off.
She's given basketball fans and her hometown so much, but she says basketball, it's given her even more.
I feel like I owe basketball. I'm forever indebted to it. Every bit of the game came more naturally to me than breathing. Basketball allowed me to travel to an imaginary place where everything felt good, everything felt right. My skin fit, my soul sang. I loved the game with my whole heart. And so it was that basketball became what I devoted myself to above all else.
Book is just out. When we pick it up, what are we going to see?
You know, I mean, for me, it's pretty personal, but it's relatable. People are texting me, and they're just giving me what they get from the book. Some of them laugh, cry. You know, I just read a text message from my sister. Her daughter texted her and said, Aunt Dawn really did a really good job at telling the story of how y'all grew up. Because she doesn't know. She's another generation. You'll get from the book just what North Philly and Philly means to me. Like, really, there is nothing that I'm unafraid of to accomplish. There's no challenge that's too big for me to say, hey, I can hurdle that. I mean, basketball has been, you know, these are like three mainstays in my life that's guided me to doing some unimaginable things.
You've been in this long enough to have kind of seen the journey, that you've seen and probably played in some empty spaces. You know, you've been a pro and an Olympian when people were not paying attention as much. What does it mean to you to be one of the people who has kind of established the foundation to win?
I don't really take myself too seriously. Like, I really don't. Like, I am doing what I'm supposed to do. I feel like I owe basketball. I'm forever indebted to it because it's given me so much. Like, so much comes with basketball. Like, it is, it's a teacher. Like, you're always learning something. It just continues to grow. And every time I check off one goal and get to another, you know, coaching becomes a part of my life. And I'm like, I never wanted to be a coach. And I didn't aspire to that. But now that I'm in it, I aspire to be a dream merchant for my players. Like, it is all about them. Like, at this stage of my career, it's totally all about them meeting their goals and getting whatever they need in life and helping them navigate through that. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
You still love this?
I mean, I love it. When I stop loving it is when I'll give it up. Like, probably cold turkey. No, I'm not retiring today, but you know, when it's time to hang up my shoes and do something else, it won't be I won't be dragging it out. I won't. It'll probably be a quick, I'm out.
We end every show on The Pulse. You were on before. I ask everybody the same question because the show is about using your voice for good. When you hear the phrase "use your voice for good," what does it mean to you?
It means how you know, now that I'm over 50, look, sound, and feel. If something looks, sounds, or feels off, you address it. If it looks, sounds, or feels like good, you encourage and you promote it. That is really, you know, using your voice and for good. Like, it is for good. Even if it's calling some people out, it's for the greater good of perspective, and it may not be for you, it might be for whoever needs to hear it.
Guys, thanks so much for spending some time with us. It was such a pleasure to sit down with Coach Dawn Staley. Her inspirational story, the cool things that she's doing, and taking it on the road was just an added bonus. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as we did. You can hear the entire unedited interview all places where podcasts are available. Just go on over and search the Pulse with Bill Anderson podcast. You can download all of our episodes on the Fox Local app right there on demand. And you can hit me up on social media at Bill A. Fox 29. Hope you enjoyed us doing things just a little bit different today. And I leave you today, as I always do, reminding you whenever you can, use your voice for good and have a good one.